Hey, what's up? I'm glad you made it here. This is Roder MMA Bet, and this is arguably the most comprehensive and profitable betting channel advice for MMA fights in YouTube. I have been betting MMA and the UFC for 8+ years with consistent results, and that's what you're gonna be getting here. This is a quick intro, and you're gonna be seeing soon the results tracking I'm referring to, the fights breakdown, and how I'm betting the card. Feel free to leverage my strategy, but take it with a grain of salt, as this is your money on the line. If you like this idea, you like what I'm doing here, subscribe to this channel and share with your friends. Enjoy the analysis, let me know your thoughts on the comments sections down below, and good luck with your bets. In this video I'll be covering UFC Fight Night 182 or UFC on ESPN Plus 4, UFC Vegas 13. And if you're familiar to my channel, you know the drill here, you know how to use the spreadsheet to your best interest. If you do, and if you trust my analysis from previous time before, good luck with your bets. If you don't know what I mean by the most consistent and transparent results, I'm keeping track of everything I'm doing from July 2020, so it has been nearly 250% profit, and I'm also breaking down into high, medium, and low confidence bets, and everything is adding up here to the bottom, so you guys can see how I'm doing in terms of the confidence and the recommendation level. Let's put it this way. In terms of monthly, how I'm doing. How did I do in July, August, September, on October, and like I said, on a more visual chart, how did I do on the high, medium, and low confidence bets? Okay, so now I'm gonna be covering the main event and the co-main event plus 3 more fights of the card. I'm not keeping consistency on the what is the main event, what is the prelims, because I haven't watched all my fights yet. But still, I'd like to share this video so you guys can catch some early bets. Now I'm just commenting 2 fights here that are not in the card, which is Islam Makhachev versus RDA, also Julian Marcus versus Saparbek Safarov. Guys, this is a median recommendation bet on these guys. I'm throwing 3% on Rafael Dos Anjos, and I'm throwing 3.5% on Saparbek Safarov. If you want to hear the breakdown, wait for the future cards, but this is a median recommendation, guys. These are awesome bets in my opinion, okay? If you trust my analysis again from previous time, you know what I'm talking about here. Now let's cover the rest of the fights, like I said, and I'm gonna be starting off this card here. Let me start off with the co-main event with Turner Boser versus Andrei Arlovski. Guys, similar fighters, both of these guys. Actually, Andrei Arlovski has this ridiculous experience, but he's super consistent and he's quite predictable, which is good in some sense. But I feel like Boser is the more well-rounded guy. He's younger, he's hungrier, he moves better, he's a little bit faster. I could argue that he has a little bit more power. And overall, he's younger and he's hungrier. I think basically that's it. He also tougher to hit him. He's good takedown defense. So I think it's a tough fight for Arlovski. I do see Arlovski, coming to fight, eating shots, trying to get inside, clinching, trying to make Boser work basically, but I think Boser will be able to use his footwork, like kicks, eventually land something heavier, and just basically outland Andrei Arlovski. So it's Boser by decision. In terms of a bet, I think Boser by decision would be the best here, because it's too steep a line to throw Boser on a parlay. If you think Boser is, if you agree with everything I said and you know a little bit more about bets, go for Boser in a parlay, but I'm not doing it. I'd like Boser by decision if I can get him at plus 300, or Arlovski, even like a protection bet, plus 600 on Arlovski by decision. This would be an awesome bet if you can get these lines, okay? So Thiago Santos versus Glover Teixeira, the main event. So this is an awesome fight, guys. Both of these guys, lots of potential to finish the fight. It's hard to see this fight going the distance, but as both guys are so tough, it's not impossible. But still, I think most likely scenario, Glover Teixeira gonna have his hands up moving forward. He always does, trying to land those powerful boxing combos. Glover Teixeira has also an awesome takedown game, good single legs, can wrestle a little bit. He's also got good single legs, good double legs. So, and on the ground, Glover Teixeira is very good. Not too much from his back, but he's very good from top. He's a great pressure game, heavy ground and pound. He takes the back pretty well. Now Thiago Santos, he's a stone. He's a tank of a man. The guy is very Actually, he's not super strong as a light heavyweight, but he's so explosive and so powerful that it's just ridiculous. You know, he kind of lands those powerful left hooks or the switch kick to the body. He just puts guys away. You know, most likely this is what's gonna happen because Teixeira, he's so tough and aggressive. And he doesn't care to get hit. He wants to win the fight, but Santos probably gonna be able to land the left hook, you know, in a right hand behind or land a heavy kick or something. Still, Teixeira, he's in the fight, in my opinion. You know, if you guys saw the spreadsheet, I'm actually betting Teixeira at the plus 200. The line is not there yet, so I'm gonna be waiting a little bit to put any money on Teixeira. But definitely at plus 200, there is value there. Like I said, he's aggressive. He can land on Thiago Santos. Thiago Santos doesn't have the best chin in the world, so he can also finish Thiago Santos, but and also the takedown is there, so there is chance. Glover Teixeira, despite being 41 years old, the guy is still solid. He's there to win the fight, you know. Now, if Teixeira climbs to like plus 230, plus 250, then I'm gonna increase a little bit my bet, maybe 1.5 or 2% of my betting money. But still, from plus 200, definitely there is value on Teixeira. Now, let me cover two other fights here. Now, Brendan Allen versus Ian Heinisch. This is also pretty good matchup, actually. These guys are quite similar, you know. Brendan Allen a little bit bigger as a middleweight, you know, younger guy. But in terms of the skill sets, quite similar. Jan Heinisch, he uses a little bit better, I think, the leg kicks, and he can explode a little bit more than Brendan does. Now, Brendan, he's more like a pressure fighter. He has this grinding style. He gets inside, moving his head, and he shoots, go for body locks. He wears his weight on the guys, takes the back. He's a very good back taker. But yeah, Heinisch gonna become ready. He's always ready. He has very good takedown defense. You know, sometimes not very good. Has good takedown defense, but it's not easy to hold this guy down. This is the main thing. You know, he quickly jumps back up. He's quite strong as a middleweight, even though he's not that tall. So he's gonna be in the fight. You know, he's gonna get the underhooks. He's gonna make Brendan Allen fight. He's gonna swing. Most likely scenario is Brendan Allen being able to pressure Jan Heinisch and you know, keep the more consistent, as he's, you know, much younger. He's 24, I think Heinisch is 32 or something. Now, Heinisch is not out of this fight, definitely. You know, I think the safest pick is Allen by decision. So I would be betting him at plus 300 or even Heinisch by decision at plus 400. But if I mean, yeah, I think this is the safest bet here, guys. I don't think it's too much chances that either guy gonna finish the other. If someone gonna finish the other, gonna be Brendan Allen by rear naked choke, or Heinisch can land a bomb or something. But I don't think it's too much likely, especially the Heinisch part. I think Allen can get a submission, but I think most likely it's Allen by decision. Okay, now let me go with Darren Elkins versus Luis Eduardo Garagorri. This is another medium recommendation bet. Like I'm doing as a medium recommendation, you take it. A medium bet, you take as a recommendation if you like. The thing is that Darren Elkins, he's a great fighter. You know, I mean, the guy he puts all the effort. You know, he's been always consistent. You know, so this guy is really a legend of the sport. But the thing is, he's not that physically gifted. He knows that. He claims that it's his words, not mine. You know. So the thing is that he's well-rounded, but he has nothing too special, you know. I think he's a decent striker. He tries to land volume, but when he comes in, he comes kind of squared. He's open to get the counter. The takedowns are good, you know. I think it's the best. His best part of his game is definitely the takedowns and the grappling. And he could win this fight if he does it pretty well, you know. If he can wear on Garagorri, or Garagorri doesn't come ready with his cardio or something, I think Darren Elkins can win this fight. But most likely, guys, it's Garagorri, and I would say it's by decision. And the reason is Garagorri has good takedown defense, and he's very difficult to hold down. But on the feet, he's a good kickboxer. You know, he has good distance management, good left hooks. You know, he's very accurate with his hooks. He has good power, good speed. He's there to bang, guys. Don't get it wrong. This guy is also a warrior. So I think it's gonna be Garagorri being able to outland Elkins on the feet, doing more damage and being able to stuff those takedowns or quickly getting back up. If you think I'm wrong, if you think Elkins can win this fight, I would say Elkins can win on the round 3. You know, or Elkins can maybe get a split decision, you know, a hard-fought decision or something like this, you know. So it's not a bad bet on Elkins by decision, like plus 500, like I'm putting here. I would bet either of these guys at plus 500. But I'm throwing Garagorri on a straight bet, and I'm also parlaying him because I think he can win this fight by TKO. He could even submit Darren Elkins if he drops Elkins quickly, gets his back, or something like this. You know, Garagorri, he also can grapple a little bit, can more like go for submissions than technical grappling, but still he has some chances. Okay, so the last fight I'd like to cover here, Bevon Lewis versus Trevin Giles. This is also a good fight, guys. Actually, when it started, I was thinking that Lewis would be a strong favorite here. After watching the footage, not that much, but I still think that Lewis has more chances to win. Giles, he's like more like a freestyle fighter. I like to call it like an organic fighter. He's there, you know, he's gonna be fighting. He's there to swing, he's there to bang, he's there to scream, you know. Every fight he screams. And he loves fighting, you know. And you can never count a guy like Giles out, you know. Plus, he's fast, he's explosive, and he can do pretty much a little bit of everything. Now, Lewis, I think he's more consistent. He's in the better training camp. You know, when he was fighting Uriah Hall, he was so dominant, you know, but I think after he got TKO'd, this kind of things got a little bit to his head. So he's not that good as he looked, you know, 3 fights ago. But still, this guy has so much potential. He's big, he's super tall, that massive long limbs, you know. He's also... his wrestling is catching up. He has to sharpen a little bit his entries. He goes too much squared, and sometimes guys stuff his takedowns quite easily. But still, he puts pressure on the clinch. He's also got some decent power on the hands, I can say. Not bad kicks. He's quite flexible with the hips. So I think Lewis by decision is the most likely scenario. I think I put that I'm betting Lewis, if I'm not mistaken. If I didn't put it here, I should. Yeah. So I'm betting Lewis, 2% of my money, maybe. You know, 1.5, consider, you know, but I'm throwing like 2%. It's kind of a risky bet, but I still think there is value on Lewis, okay? So, guys, to wrap this up, and if you like this idea, if you like this channel, like what I'm bringing here to you guys, like the consistency and the profit, please subscribe, share with your friends, and to wrap this up, the fights that we covered here, I touched briefly on these 2 fights that are for the next event, you know. So watch for my first comments on this, and this is definitely worth bets in my opinion. Okay, or I'm just you know, anticipating this, but still, what we covered here: Bevon Lewis versus Trevin Giles, 2% on Lewis. I'm not betting Brendan Allen versus Jan Heinisch. I would bet these guys by decision, even Allen maybe by submission, plus 600. I think I put it plus 400. Yeah, maybe plus 500 would be better. Or if you want TKO on Heinisch, go for plus 600. I think it would be safer a little bit. Thiago Santos versus Glover Teixeira. I'm betting Teixeira plus 200, but I'm waiting on this line, okay? I'll be waiting, and if I can get a better prop, which I think I can, maybe we can get it plus 250, and it's definitely 1.5 or 2% of money on Glover Teixeira. There is good value here. Turner Boser versus Andrei Arlovski. I like Boser. He's quite a strong favorite in my opinion. I would like him by decision. If I can get like plus 300, I would like this bet. Darren Elkins versus Garagorri. I'm betting Garagorri, 3% of my money, because I think he has more chances to win. So this is a medium recommendation here. Okay, guys. So again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, and see you in the next video. I'll be uploading the prelims later on, and with the rest of the fights. With that, and this is Rodder Main Bet, and good luck with your bets.